Hi all. So I wanted to come on and do a quick reading, tuning into the divine feminine and divine masculine energies as well as the supporting energies in this moment in time. So this is an interspiritual reading where different energies from different backgrounds are present and assisting us in this moment in time. So I hope that you can just take what resonates for you, what feels true, what feels most in alignment, and hopefully this is helpful in this moment in time, which was my goal. So the first column down the line, I read for the divine masculine energy, which is the masculine energy within each and every one of us, as well as masculine energy around us, those that are most in tune with that more masculine energy, that yang type of energy. So for the mental space of the masculine energy in this moment in time, we have the Judgment card. And in this deck, I feel it's beautifully portrayed as a spiritual awakening of sorts. So this is in the mental space. It almost doesn't make sense. And it's a difficult action to have in an action-based type of energy such as masculine energy. The process of ascension, the process of spiritual awakening, the process of releasing what no longer serves, old limiting beliefs and paradigms, and just making way for that the spirit, that revelation to flow through, to show through oneself. And this card is connected to Archangel Gabriel, so if that means anything to anyone or resonates deeply, Archangel Gabriel would be considered a messenger. Yes. Then in the masculine heart space, we have the Five of Cups, which is a card of grief. It's almost like taking a moment and recognizing where there's been some disillusionment and sadness and watching it. And it is a choice, though. It's a choice to almost do that type of shadow work where things that we used to hold dear or believe in are suddenly being revealed to be what they truly are. And that can be a period of grieving. It can be very difficult, especially for masculine energy, that if there's no support around that. So the action recommended is the High Priestess, which I feel was so beautiful. When this card came out, I was like, oh my goodness, because this is a card of tuning into the intuitive, the unknown, the unseen, that deep inner knowing, our own intuition, which can sometimes be a more challenge when we're in masculine energy only. So this is really asking the masculine energy to incorporate the feminine energy, that beautiful action of receptivity and intuition. Okay. There's so much more. So then the feminine energy, I pulled the column for that, and in the feminine mind space, this is the feminine within us as well as the feminine energies around us, we have the Eight of Wands. This is like moving quickly, fast mental space, fast messages incoming, even quick decisions being made. And so I feel like for the feminine, that's kind of another space of the mind, whereas the masculine's going through this spiritual awakening, the feminine's like, all right, time to make quick decisions and be clear about them. And they're also like passionate, creative, inspired, authentic types of decisions and communications that are occurring. In the feminine heart space, we have the Five of Swords, which is an interesting card to have in the heart space. That's that feeling of betrayal or an unfair advantage. There's definitely this like, who's been whispering in your ear type of thing, and to let it go, to trust your own intuition on all of that, because it is our natural gift. It's a guidance that we have, and it's causing like an unnecessary headache at the time. So especially if you're feeling third eye pressure, that sort of thing, or disconnected, a great time to ground, tune into oneself, and just know your own inner truths as well. The feminine action card is the Hierophant, which is the mirror to the High Priestess. I can't make it up. I was so excited when I saw this. So this is that inner guru. This is the whole idea that no one else is your teacher other than you. Tune into your higher self for wisdom. That's the you that's walked this path already. Tune into your own body and let that show you truths and where to move next and how to feel about certain situations. So this is also a card that speaks to ascension as well. This is a very spiritual card. So I absolutely love it. I love that we have a divine counterpart on the table, and especially the divine counterpart of the High Priestess and the Hierophant coming together. Super cool. Down the line, we have, for the collective as a whole, the supporting energies. In the mental space, we have the moon. So it's all right for things to feel a bit hazy. Not everything has been revealed yet. That clarity is coming. And sometimes when I see the moon card, I'll look at it like in terms of moon cycle. We're just entering into a new moon right now, the 12th, 13th. And then we'll have a full moon at the end of the month. And so sometimes it's like within this next cycle, more will be revealed. So have some patience, go inwards for the clarity is what I feel that's about. In the heart space, they're saying patience. Patience, patience, patience. So much is going on right now. And there's some beautiful seeds being sown in regards to unions and soul families and personal growth, and our personal and collective ascension. It's hard to see it sometimes, like sometimes that beautiful growth is below the surface, but it's there. And to continue to hold faith, to continue to take good care of yourself through this process. And for the collective, a supporting energy action card was the Three of Pentacles, which is has to do a lot with, I feel like, collaborative efforts. I feel like if there was a card that said let your friends help, that could be this card too. Let your friends help. Reach out to those who feel like they're supporting you and they care about you and your wellness and your well-being. Check in on the ones that you love, and build a beautiful web together and continue to expand that type of energy. Yeah. It is a card of work, and it is a card of bringing things into the physical too. So sometimes it also speaks to like what type of things are you bringing into this world together to assist in this moment in time. Maybe you make a product or offer a service that is healing and helpful. Or maybe it's just honestly like those little acts of like random acts of kindness, like buying someone's coffee. Like we can take small steps and make the world more peaceful and loving and comforting during what feels like, or can feel like, more of a chaotic time. So I also pulled from like an old deck of mine that is one of my favorites, and I asked what ascended masters are walking with the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and the two as a whole, like all of us in unity. And for the divine masculine energy, we actually got the card of Master Jesus, Yeshua, and under this card it says forgiveness. He's pointing to his heart, okay? And so you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. I feel this really deeply for the divine masculine, which is every single one of us, yet also for men in general. It's so difficult to truly forgive, but it's a beautiful path to walk, and it's a beautiful goal to have. And I think with the father healing aspect, that can also be familial healing in general. Like we're choosing to do things differently for our families, for the children that come, for our partnerships, so that we can have more open hearts, pure heart-based intentions. For the feminine, we had the Miriam show up, which is beautiful. I feel like there's like divine counterpart energy too in the mirroring, the twin energy here. The Miriam, it says, sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. So forgiveness came up twice here, so that message really wanted to be seen. See the light in all, and remember that love has no boundaries. That's right. So we were speaking about this last night, and that even if there's frustration about certain things going on, that we can always send love to the situation. That can never be a bad choice. Sending love and asking that those who are making decisions and those who are angry, upset, be infused with love in this moment in time, love of humanity, love of creation, love of all sentient beings in our planet itself. It's like a walking prayer. And with Yeshua here, I really do feel like that message of turning the other cheek, it's been coming up. I know it sounds weak, but I would never consider that energy weak. It is an incredibly strong thing to do, to have compassion, to find centered peace, and to send love instead of hate. Because anytime an action comes from a place of hate, that ripples out. It's like a ripple effect, and vice versa. So if an action comes from love, even if a seemingly small or more passive type of action is in love, that still ripples out, so it is still effective. Thank you. For the overall, we have Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth, Throat Chakra. This card is so beautiful. It says, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. I love Joan of Arc. Her energy is incredibly present in this moment in time as we've been experiencing those throat chakra upgrades, as we've been releasing that fear to speak our truths and to live in our spiritual essence, our authentic self. Her energy is here to support that. And I just also want to mention the flowers that are on these cards. We have lilies on both Joan of Arc and the Miriam. Lilies are very symbolic of spirituality, sacred divine feminine. And on the Yeshua card, there's actually lotuses. So same deal here. Talking about almost like with the lotus, right? It grows from the mud up to the light. Let's keep that type of imagery in mind and focus on our heart-based intentions, using our throat chakras, our truth centers to speak kindness and love and truth and justice to this world as we're going through this massive shift and change, and to connect with whichever ascended masters feel like they connect the most with you. Again, take only what resonates. I hope it's helpful, and let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. I'd love to hear it. Thank you.